Hi, and welcome to the Giving Project for Children's chapter book read aloud of Charlotte's Web. We are continuing our study of Charlotte's Web, and today we are doing chapter 7, where our reading strategy that we're focusing on this week is our 5-finger retell: characters, setting, problem, solution, and conclusion, or ending wherever we are. Now, we're doing this each chapter, so each chapter doesn't always have a problem and a solution, but we'll try to see if we can find one in each. It's great practice for us. So, without further ado, Chapter 7. Oh no, the title is Bad News. So in my mind, I'm making a prediction of what could be bad news. Oh boy, I wonder if Templeton broke the egg. What are you predicting might happen that could be bad news? Well, let's read along to see what happens. Chapter 7, Bad News. Wilbur liked Charlotte better and better each day. Her campaign against insects seemed sensible and useful. Hardly anybody around the farm had a good word to say for a fly. Flies spent their time pestering others. The cows hated them. The horses detested them. The sheep loathed them. Mr. and Mrs. Zuckerman were always complaining about them and putting up screens. Wilbur admired the way that Charlotte managed. He was particularly glad that she was always put a victim to sleep before eating it. "It's really thoughtful of you to do that, Charlotte," he said. "Yes," she replied in her sweet musical voice. "I always give them an anesthetic so they won't feel pain. It's a little service I throw in." As the days went by, Wilbur grew and grew. He ate 3 meals a day. He spent long hours lying on his side, half asleep, dreaming pleasant dreams. He enjoyed good health, and he gained a lot of weight. One afternoon, when Fern was sitting on her stool, the oldest sheep walked into the barn and stopped to pay a call on Wilbur. "Hello," she said. "Seems to me you're putting on weight." "Yes, I'm sorry. I forgot Wilbur's voice. We need to put Wilbur's voice back on, don't we?"
"Hi, there's Wilbur's voice."
"Okay."
"Yes, I guess I am," replied Wilbur. "At my age, it's a good idea to keep gaining."
"Just the same, I don't envy you," said the old sheep. "You know why they're fattening you up, don't you?"
"No,"
said Wilbur. "Well, I don't like to spread bad news," said the sheep, "but they're fattening you up because they're going to kill you. That's why."
They're gonna what?"
screamed Wilbur, Fern rigid in her stool. "Kill you, turn you into smoked bacon and ham," continued the old sheep. "Almost all young pigs get murdered by the farmer as soon as the real cold weather sets in. It's a regular conspiracy around here to kill you at Christmas time. Everybody's in on the plot: Lurvy, Zuckerman, even John Arable."
"Mr. Arable? Mr. Arable?"
sobbed Wilbur.
"Fern's father?"
"Certainly. When a pig is to be butchered, everybody helps. I'm an old sheep and I see the same thing, same old business year after year. Arable arrives with his .22 and shoots the..."
"Stop!" screamed Wilbur. "I don't want to die. Save me, somebody, save me."
Fern was just about to jump when a voice was heard. "Be quiet, Wilbur," said Charlotte, who had been listening to this awful conversation.
"I can't be quiet," screamed Wilbur, racing up and down. "I don't want to be killed. I don't want to die. Is it true what the old sheep is saying, Charlotte? Is it true they're going to kill me when the cold weather comes?"
"Well," said the spider, plucking thoughtfully at her web, "the old sheep has been around this barn a long time. She has seen many a spring pig come and go, and if she says they plan to kill you, I'm sure that it's true. It's also the dirtiest trick I've ever heard of. What people don't think of." Wilbur burst into tears.
"I don't want to die," he moaned. "I want to stay alive right here in my comfortable manure pile with my friends. I want to breathe the beautiful air and lie in the beautiful sun."
"You're certainly making a beautiful..." This is the sheep. "You're certainly making a beautiful noise," snapped the sheep.
"I don't want to die,"
screamed Wilbur, throwing himself on the ground. "You shall not die," said Charlotte briskly.
"Really? What?" cried Wilbur. Who's going to save me?"
"I am," said Charlotte.
"How?"
"That remains to be seen, but I am going to save you. Wilbur, I am going to save you, and I want you to quiet down immediately. You're carrying on in a childish way. Stop your crying. I cannot stand hysterics. And that is the end of chapter 7, Bad News. Wow. We definitely have a problem to talk about in this one. Let's get out our 5-finger retell. Our characters, all the barn animals, particularly Wilbur and the sheep, and Charlotte in this one. Even Fern shows up as she sits in the summertime. Our setting continues to be Mr. Zuckerman's farm. Our problem, the old sheep tells Wilbur that Mr. Zuckerman and John Arable and Lurvy are going to kill Wilbur and that they're going to turn him into bacon. Oof. The solution, we don't really know yet, but we know that Charlotte is on the case. And Charlotte says that she's going to save him. And we know that this book is called Charlotte's Web, so I have a feeling that Charlotte plays a really important part in the rest of the story. We are only 7 chapters in, and this book is 22 chapters long. So I think we have a really exciting ride left for us. And ending. Where did we end? That's right. We ended with Charlotte trying to comfort Wilbur and telling him, cut your crying. I don't like it. I'm going to figure this out. I promise. This was an interesting and a tough chapter, and I know that when I was reading this to my kiddos recently, we had a really tough time with it. It left us really sad and really wondering what's going to happen next. But don't worry, it's going to be okay. Thank you so much for sharing this chapter of Charlotte's Web with us. Let's continue to develop our love of reading together. Till next time.